everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here. I'm going to do a live video today because I think the last one that's going to go up is going to be live, but it was filmed like 2 weeks ago. I just didn't, or a week and a half ago, I just didn't have time to put it up. And so much has happened in the last week that I just thought I'd do a live and then I can chat while I'm putting this page together. Now this is Basic Gray Dear Heart. And I was just at Crop and Create last weekend and I wasn't paying attention how I was grabbing the kits. So this is kit number 54 and that's how I'm going to do it. And where Calvin Ball is done, now I'm going to call, like this is just going to be like a process video, but I'm going to try and keep prepping. But now I'm going to call it Prepping for a Crop. And because I have a crop in May coming up. May 14th, I think. So I want to make sure that I have a bunch of pages ready for that. I probably think I have enough right now, but not only is it good for a crop, but it's also good for whenever I just have a little bit of time to get a page done. I can just grab one of these kits and I can get going. So, and it's been a little crazy the last little bit, so it's nice to have a page that I can just grab and get the pages done. So these are Basic Gray Dear Heart. It's kind of sad that Basic Gray won't be doing any more crafty stuff. But I did manage to get this one and another one, I think. So, and I've been using them all up, so. And then probably either today's April 12th, so either today or tomorrow I'm going to add some videos. One is going to be all the pages that I completed at the crop, and then the other one is what I purchased at the stores that were at the crop. And I hadn't bought anything since like November or something like that. So I bought a few things. And so I'm going to share with you what I got. I feel like I want to do something to the background, but everything is still packed. So I'm not going to. Well, I should decide on the pictures. I still don't know. Just because of this. My daughter went on a Cambodia trip in 2005, so I just want to do a few pictures of that. I didn't scrap many. I did a few way back when she went on a missions trip with her school. She went to a private school for grade 10, 11, and 12, and they went on a mission trip to Cambodia, and it was certainly life-changing for her. She absolutely loved it. And so here she is when she was only 18, I think, at the time. She's Mason's mom. And so I just want to do a couple of pictures, I think. I don't want to cut them down because it's got so much history. And back then I didn't have a digital camera, so she took my regular, I think it was a Fuji at the time. I can't even remember what kind of camera. And she brought like 20 films, 24 rolls. And so she took quite a bit of pictures. Now some people that were on the trip did have digital, so I have some digital too, digital prints, and I should get those printed up. I just got these done because, you know, with the film you got to do it right away, or after a while the film is not good, right? So I could use this to mount the photo. It's like a dark gray. And there's some dark gray in the embellishments here. So I think I'm going to mount it in the middle and then I'll cut it up. And in my oh, what do you call that? What I showed you what I bought in my haul. Whew, that was hard to say. I showed that I got this We Are Memory Keeper trifold magnetic mat, and I don't like cutting on this mat because once it's got cuts in it, it gets dirty and stuff. So this is what I bought, and then it's easy. It's going to be easy to keep, and I can just pull it out and just cut. So that's what I'm going to use from now on. When I want to cut, I can just keep it by my desk here. So I'm going to use my ATG gun. This is my old one. My new one is just out of tape. And I forgot to replenish it, so I'll just use this one. That's one of the reasons why I like the two, is I can just, if one runs out during a video, I just grab the next one. And I can just keep going. So I don't think I'm going to use the outside of this yet, but I'm still going to cut it in the middle just to preserve the outside. So if I do want to mount the whole background with this, I can do it. Now, this is a magnetic ruler. The only thing is, I love that it's magnetic, but you can't tell how far out you are. I don't like that. I could do it this way and decide on my mat, the thickness. But I don't know how well it's going to cut. I'm used to cutting on this side, not this side. But we can try it. Yeah. I'm not sure I like it on the inside. So let me grab, I don't know where my big ruler is, but that's all right. So with the close to my heart one, at least I can kind of see on the outs, like how big my mat is, because it's see-through. I kind of like that. I guess I just got to make sure I'm not in one of those grooves too, because it'll cut crooked. Just got to make sure I'm in the center. So I haven't uploaded anything in probably a week. Something should go up today. I'm trying to do this video so I can upload it in a few days. And I'm going to try and do another one tomorrow. I'm going to try and get back to my regular schedule programming. It's been kind of a crazy month. And today was no exception. We got a call from school. I still haven't seen my son because he went directly to work after school. But so I couldn't get much done today because I was just worried as heck. We got a call. A message on our answering machine. Well, they kept when I'm home, I don't answer the phone just because of what I do for a living. I'm on the phone all the time, and I figure people can just leave a message and I'll call them later, or other people know they can call me on my cell if they want to get me right away. But the house phone, I didn't even want it. My husband kind of made me get a house phone. I was fine with just cell phones, but so I never answer that phone because I'm upstairs usually and it's downstairs. But the phone kept ringing and ringing and ringing. So eventually I went to see what it was, and it was the school to advise that there was a threat made to the Anglophone schools in their area. So all the schools were on lockdown. And at first it wasn't a specific school, so they locked all the schools down. Then the threat, there was a specific school, so police members were sent to all the schools, and all the kids were locked in the classes for a bit, and then they were locked in the school. So once the threat the time of the threat went by, or I don't know how they justified it, but then it was just to the school, like they were locked in the school, but they could go from class to class to class. And I was texting my son to see, you know, are you okay? You know, are you scared? Because I imagine they were petrified, but they weren't allowed to text. So all afternoon, all I did was, obviously, was freak out. So I wasn't in any kind of, I guess, mood to scrapbook. I was kind of freaking out. So finally, my nephew went to pick them up, him and his daughter, because they were working. He works for our local hockey team here in the kitchen, and so does my niece. And so my nephew went to pick them up to bring them to work because there was a game tonight. And my husband called him and told him what was going on. He didn't know what was going on, but I don't know, he never thought to call us back to say everything was okay. And he had gotten them and they were, you know, at work. Anyway, so we were texting everybody, calling everybody. Nobody was answering us back. And it took like, an hour and a half. I kind of figured everything was okay, because he said when he got there, there was nothing going on. Like, there was no police outside. There was nothing going on. So, but when I called my husband, I was ready to get in the car and, you know, start driving somewhere. I didn't know where, because I didn't figure they were at school still. And if something would have happened, we would have gotten a phone call from the school. So, but still, as a parent, you freak out, right? With justifiably. So anyway, so that's what went on today. Excuse me. So, kind of freaking out about that. So this is EK Success punch, and it's a scallop punch. I don't even know if you can get it anymore. It's supposed to have little bubbles, like if you push hard enough, these little circles emboss. But if you don't, if you don't, it doesn't emboss them, and then it's just a nice big scallop. And this is the only punch that I've seen that is that big of a scallop, and I really like it. And I got mine online. I couldn't find it on any scrapbooking store. I think I found it like on eBay or something. It was quite a few years ago though. I'm going to have to drink while I'm doing this because I'm losing my voice. Okay. So I mounted this on gray, and I think I want to put this flush maybe with the side. And then kind of do this. Might put something where I can do some journaling. These are all the embellishments that I had kind of grabbed for this. So now that I kind of have this kind of figured out, I can start maybe pulling these off. One thing is the wax paper works really well, but you won't be able to put them back on your sticker sheet. So it's just like using the EK Success powder tool. It makes it so that it's totally non-sticky, so I won't be able to stick them on again. So I might push that down a little bit. See, if the speech bubble was on this side, this would be the perfect place to put that. I like it better. I wonder if I do this instead. Just flip it on the other side, and then I can do that. There we go. They're looking straight ahead, so it doesn't matter really which side I put it. It's okay. I could put like a little journaling block here. I could maybe do a title here maybe. I like to put a title sideways. I'll probably do it like in a dark gray or black to really make it pop. Now I'm just going to go through these and see. And I think a lot of these stickers are from Basic Gray also. And it's all, it just reminds me of the buildings just really like it. So I want to make sure that I use these on this page. I still have tons of pictures that I could scrap from this trip, but I had to go digging for the photos, and then I found them, and I was gonna scrap this weekend, but I didn't. I forgot to bring the pictures, so I just scrapped other stuff. I just scrapped, you know, what I had with me, which happened. I did end up scrapping a lot of pictures from one of our apple picking trips or adventures. So I'll probably cut this down and put a little piece of 3x4 Project Life grid card, and then even the sayings really. See, devoted, and that really goes well. And this is good too because they were going there to help, and it says, "Your heart lifts me up." They were a great group of kids that went to then I'll probably do one of the embellishments on the side like that. And I'll try to do the, so I'll probably put the date in this one, like 2005. I'm just really loving all the embellishments that are with this. So awesome. As soon as I saw the collection, I was like, oh, I know exactly. I didn't know, you know, which pictures I was going to do, but I knew which, I guess, trip it was going to be. Now I'm going to find an ink, like a dark red or pink ink, and I'm going to ink all the edges. And I might end up putting some of the gold just to make it pop. I might do my title in gold instead. I don't know, probably in dark gray, just to bring some of that in. There's flowers here, so I'm going to make sure that the flowers are somewhere else. And okay, so I'm going to get my 3x4 card. I'm going to do that, but first I'm going to find some of these mini distress inks. And now I have them all, which is just great. I think that's the best way to get them, is just in the little cards. In the little things like this. And then, especially if you just want to use them for inking the edges like that. I think I'm going to go with Fired Brick, which is like a dark red. And I'm going to ink everything. And then I'm going to start gluing everything down. I better clean my hands or I'm going to have some ink everywhere. So this past weekend, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I went to Crop and Create here in Moncton, and there was a ton of ladies there. I think they said 138 or 140 or 148 or something like that. There was a ton of people, and I got to meet some wonderful, wonderful ladies. The ladies at my table, they were all from Nova Scotia, which is, well, the border is only half an hour away, but they were at least, you know, 3 or 4 hours away for the trip that they made. And so they were awesome. Then throughout the weekend, I met people that follow me on YouTube, and that was awesome. We took a bunch of pictures, and oh, I had so much fun. I only got 8 pages done, and that was fine with me. I spent so much time socializing. The last day, the Sunday, I had a page all sort of like this, all put together. All I had to do was glue it down, and that's all I managed to get done. And I was okay with that. I ended up taking a class on Sunday with Nicole Noasad, which was awesome. And that's the only thing I did. I finished that page in the morning, and then I packed up everything. Because when we were going to be done the class, I knew that we'd have only like an hour. And then when we got out of the class, I just sat there and chatted with people. And that was it. Then my husband came and got me, and the weekend was done. But I took a couple of classes. I took 2 classes, both with Nicole Noasad, and they were amazing. And she is super sweet. And I would suggest, you know, if you go to something like that, Crop and Create, or, you know, take a couple of classes just to, you know, for something different, and it helps support them so that these kind of things can keep coming into your area, right? And so it was a lot of fun. Met a lot of, my last class, it just happened that it was basically the ladies from my table. We all took the same last class, so we made sure to sit together, and we had a blast. It was fun. At the end of the class, we took a picture of the whole class, and of course, I was taking Nicole's class. So the whole class, every time somebody would say Nicole, I'd flip around thinking, I mean, that's my name, right? And then, so I was telling them, I was like, oh, every time somebody says Nicole, I flip around thinking that they're talking to me, and they're not. And so anyway, at the end of the class, we took a picture. And of course, somebody starts saying, Nicole, Nicole. And for the first time in that entire class, I didn't turn around because I was like, nope, it's not for me. So, but they kept saying it. So I turned around, and it was someone looking for me. And I started to laugh. I said, I'm so sorry. The whole class, people were saying Nicole, and I kept turning around. And so this time I was like, no, it's not for me. And anyway, it was a girl from Ontario. Her name was Gail, I believe. And she was with the crew, kind of helping. I think she came down to help them out. And she said that she just discovered my YouTube channel about 2 weeks ago. And so I took a picture with her too. And so in the next couple of weeks, I'll probably do a bunch of layouts with some of the people that I met. And I took a bunch of pictures, probably like not a lot, like not insanely a lot, but I probably took, I don't know, 30 pictures, something like that, 30 pictures maybe. And so just enough to be able to scrap quite a bit. And most of them were selfies with other people. And I took kind of pictures of the whole place. And my biggest thing is on Friday, I finished in the morning, and I slept for a few hours, not much, 3 or 4. And then I had to get up and pack because it started at 3:30. So, and then that night I went to bed, and I only slept 4 hours again. And then Saturday night I went to bed, and I only slept 4 hours again. Because when we get back to the room, I was sharing the room with 2 other girls, and we would chat for 2.5 hours. We had so much fun, though. We laughed and laughed and laughed and had so much fun. And then by the time I was exhausted, but by the time I lay down, I couldn't sleep. It was like 4 o'clock before. I think it was just the excitement. It was just so much fun. And so anyway, so by the time I got home on Sunday, oh my goodness, I fell asleep on the couch while watching TV with my husband. Then I got up and I went to bed, and I slept for 17 hours. I went to bed, it was like 10 or 11, and I slept till 3 the next day. I was so tired. And then today's Tuesday, and even today, I slept till noon, I think. But, oh, it did me in, boys. And I think it's because I was just finishing off, like, a night shift, like 4 night shifts in a row, right? So, it was just a combination of everything. But it was still a lot of fun. And I didn't want to leave until, like, the doors closed at midnight. Not one night did I leave before, even though I was totally zonked. I didn't want to miss anything. And the girls that offered the classes, they were amazing. They were so much fun. They were so funny. I wish I could have taken all the classes, but I wanted, one of the things too, one of the main reasons I did that was to spend time with my friends too, right? Because of the busy, crazy life, you don't get to spend as much time as you want with your friends. And it's not like when you're a teenager, you know, you kind of make time with your friends. I find when you're an adult and you work and kids and stuff, and you don't have as much time for your friends. So it was just nice to be able to sit down with them and chat. So I want to make sure that next year, I think if I can go, I looked, and if it's the same weekend that it is this year, I'm working the entire weekend. So I'm going to try and switch. If I can find out long enough, like in advance, I'll try to make sure to switch and that kind of stuff. But I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, yeah, next year I'm going to try and take the same classes as them, because this year we didn't really pay attention to that, because I actually signed up and then I texted them and said, I'm going to Crop and Create. Is anybody else coming? And they already knew they were going, so we kind of had not talked about it, so we kind of took different classes, but that's okay. It's just that then we weren't at the table to chat at the same time. That's the only thing. But apart from that, I mean, I met the girls at my table, and I had plenty of people to chat with, so and so that was nice. And for one of the meals, we went to a pub, which was just across the street, and I had seafood chowder. Oh, it was so good. And she goes, so do you want the bowl? And I was like, yeah. This thing, I have a picture of it. The bowl is about, I guess it comes in a cup or a bowl. The bowl was about that big. It was massive. I laughed so hard when I saw that thing coming. But you know what? I ate the whole thing. It was so good. And so we had a good meal. When was that? Saturday night we went there. But the weekend went by like that. Oh, I wish it would have taken a little longer to kind of, you know, kind of go by, but it was still a lot of fun. So now I want to do a embellishment cluster here, here, and maybe right here on the side. And I don't know where I want to put my title yet. I was kind of thinking down the side here, but we'll see. Depends how it looks with this embellishment cluster. So I'm just taking the rest of the frame. I'm going to stick that down. Now I'm just going to build on top of that. And everything I'm inking with, what did I say it was? Fired brick? Yeah. So today's the 12th. I go back to work tomorrow. It's going to be crazy the next few weeks too, because I work 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, and I only have the 17th, which I'm going to be sleeping, 18th and 19th, and then I start on the day of 20th, the 20th of April. So then I work the 20th, the 21st, 22nd, 23rd. So it's going to be a little cray-cray then, but hopefully it goes by a little fast. This week is telecommunications week for public safety. So they have a bunch of stuff kind of at work where we're going to get, you know, meals at work and that kind of stuff. So it should be good. Good food. We always like food. Okay, I'm going to glue this down and start putting everything down. Now, I know I've said that many times, but I love these page kits because tonight I just grabbed, I knew this page kit was in there, so I just grabbed that, grabbed a stack of photos, one in my craft room, and I don't know how long. It doesn't feel like I've been doing this long. Let me see if I can tell. 30 minutes. 30 minutes and this thing is almost done, which is awesome. I'm getting a little better at chatting and doing a page. And oh my goodness, on May 7th, it's a National or International Scrapbooking Day. And I had stuff planned to, you know, to do that day. And that's just in a couple of weeks, so I better get my butt in gear and finish planning that. So all day, I think what I'm going to try and do is, we still haven't figured out, because of hockey and everything and just time, hockey's done now, so how to do the Google Hangout. So maybe this weekend we can try to figure that out, and so maybe on May 7th I want to upload a few videos that day, a few challenges, and I want to do stuff on my Facebook group like I said before, and I think I want to try and do some stuff live so we can crop together on International Scrapbooking Day. So we'll probably do a test here coming shortly. I want to make sure that I test it before that day. So I'll probably do a test. I work the next 2 weekends, I think. So probably after that we'll do a test. I don't know if we'll do a test during the week or the weekend. It all depends. I was freezing all day and now I am burning hot. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully I'm not getting sick again. I don't feel like I'm getting sick, but all of a sudden I got super hot. Okay, so I'm just taking the embellishments and just making sure that they overlap. I don't want to do too much journaling in here. It's just basically, I'm going to ask her where this was. I didn't go to these places, so I'm not sure. I think this is Siem Reap, but I'm not sure. Not 100% sure, so I'll have to ask her. I'll put the year right here, and then I'll just keep putting the embellishments between the 3 clusters, and then I'll decide where I'm going to put my title. Lately I haven't been doing big titles. I've been doing sort of like little titles, which I kind of like. I don't know if I want to, I like that little scallop, so I don't want to hide it. But here, I'll put it just above it. But then it's got this, if I put it here, then it has trapped space right there, which I don't like. I might not be able to put this in there. I want to. See, I wanted to put a little flower here because it has flowers here, and even though it's a different flower, I still wanted to put it here. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to hide, which I didn't like anyway, the little bubble. So when I put the date there, then it's going to look like it's all part of that. Now I want to use that heart, I think, somewhere. Although it's the only heart. I'd like to use some of the gold stuff. So I can do some of the journaling here too, because it's kind of a speech bubble. I'm just going to put it there. I like having an embellishment and then the word comes off of it, but I don't know if I want that or not. We will see. Now this, I just want beautiful. I can just put the date in here. Yeah, if I'm going to put it, I think right here's the place. Okay, we'll leave it like that for now. I don't love it, but now the other one we'll put there. I'm going to go and get my letters. I don't really know what title I'm going to do though, because I'm not, or I could just do, I could do mission trip or something like that. Let me go get some tiny black letters. Now, I didn't realize, but I have a brand new one of these. Yay! But I'm not going to use it unless I need it. So I'm going to go through all of them and try to find the letters I need. Okay. I don't have an M. So already I have to. So I'll just do M-I. I've talked about these many, many times. They're Doodlebug Designs Tinsy type. And these are Beetle Black. There's 3 different fonts. I absolutely, absolutely love them. I think I use them on almost every layout since I've had them. There's not a lot of, well, it's not too bad. Not too bad, but because I'm using them so much, I'm going through them like crazy. So I'm kind of glad I got a 4th or a 5th one. Ah, stuck together. Okay, there's no N here. So I'll take it from the new sheet. Okay. So I need a T. We got a T. I need a small r, small I, and then a small p. Awesome. And I need 2005, so I need a 5. Oh, I don't want to lose that M or that S. Okay, so I got the 5, and this one here has the 0s and the 2. Okay. Only had to take a couple for my new sheet, so that's good. And I still have quite a bit of the circle ones. On this one, it's brand new. So I'll have to make sure to start using those too. And that one's pretty full too. So you get, I mean, 3 different fonts. I don't know if it says how many you get in one sheet. I don't think so. But it's a lot. And they're like $2. So here I'm going to put 2005 on this here. And then I'll put mission trip somewhere. I think I'll put it right underneath the photo, right here. It fits kind of nice. And I'll put 2005 right here. So 2005. I don't know, I don't like it. No. Okay, how about if I write it? I'm trying to find my pen. I still haven't quite unpacked from my trip. 2005. If I don't like it, I can put, I wonder if I'd like the circle ones better. Let me see. Maybe I will. 2, 0, 0. Yeah, I don't like the written one because I didn't use a, because it's on a sticker and it's, yeah, I'll just use that. It's smudging already, so not good. So okay, here I'm going to do mission trip right there. Okay. Don't think I want any, I don't want to see the pattern paper underneath, so I'm going to make sure that it touches the gray cardstock. And that's going to pretty much finish this. I might put Cambodia somewhere on here. Yeah, let's see if I can put Cambodia somewhere. It's a pretty long word, but okay. So maybe I can do Cambodia with the circle because it's a little bit smaller. Okay, C-A-M. Cambodia. It is pouring rain outside. At least it's not snow. That's all I gotta say. But I wish it wasn't so yucky though. But like I said, at least it's not snow. Yeah, maybe I could do, then the circle looks like they fit a little bit better. Hopefully they stuck one to another. No. So I like the I adore you. And then let me see if I can, it's kind of hoping that the circles would have stuck all together. Just gonna bring it down a little bit. There. There we go. Sorry. Okay, now I probably need, I don't know, there's some dark letters here, some dark letters here. Well, I'm going to do my journaling in black here, so it'll bring the black into here. I got to find my pens that don't leak, like on that kind of paper. And that Staedtler is not good for that. I got to find like Sharpie ones or something. So I'll find that and I'll do the journaling, but I think might be able to squeeze that over here now. Yeah. So I think this is going to complete this layout. I'm going to do some journaling here, a little bit here, not too much. And should I do some splattering? Maybe in black. So let's cover these with something. There. I'll get some black ink. I think it's still packed, so I'll just use this, which is Bombay ink. But I'm not going to drop big splats. Oh, that's going to wreck my mat. Just a sec. Because that stuff goes right through. Like it's good stuff, but man alive, it goes right through your pattern paper. So I'm just going to try to splatter a little bit. Just to add a little bit of more black. And that's it. I'm going to move this off my table before it ruins my mat. See, it goes right through. Right through. Okay, so this is, I think this is page 20 that I got done with these kits. Plus the ones that I got done at the crop, which was 8 of them. Thanks for watching. Bye.